G'day guys, welcome to a new episode of Bogan'S Guide to Beer. I'm Sampy.
And I'm Brian.
Brian, you've brought over another beer for us to try today. This is the Bogan'S SA Gold.
Yes, the Bogan'S, and it's a well thought of beer. It's the champion beer of Wales for 2008, and it won the Brewing International Award for 2011. So this is no bottle of homebrew rubbish. This should be really good.
So where's this from?
Wales, it's Welsh.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I'm sure I'll pick that up.
Yeah.
So
they're a large company, and they do a whole range of beers, all sorts of interesting stuff if you look them up on the website. So I'm really keen to hear that. I can smell it wafting over me.
Yeah, no, it's got a nice smell. It's got a nice smell. Have you had a Welsh beer before?
No, not in. I've been to Wales, and I can't imagine I went there and didn't have a beer, but not that I can remember.
Well, like I say, that smells popping straight out right away. Yeah. It smells great. Now, I'm going to look at the colour first before we got to get with the program. So it's a beautiful colour. It's nice and bright. It's golden. It's got a lovely bead of the thing come up there. The head's not ridiculous or anything.
Which I like, because it means you won't be popping and burping all night.
It just looks nice and bright. It looks refreshing. So,
and I tell you what, it's slightly cloudy too, which makes me think, like Cooper's, does it have secondary fermentation in the bottle? And I can't see any second, but sometimes that cloudiness means secondary fermentation.
Okay, right, yeah. Oh, let's have a smell. Now, you brought a fruity one to the table. I'm smelling pineapple and...
That initial smell I thought was wonderful, but as I breathe in a little more deeply, I am worried that it's going to have a fruit factor, which is, as you know, if you've watched our previous episodes, which you should have, I'm not big on the fruit, and Jason is.
It's I find a nice little woof of pineapple there. It's not overly hoppy or anything. It's surprising. Once you stick your nose right in there, it isn't quite as big as it was when it was wafting around our faces. So that's an interesting turn of events. Well, let's have a crack.
Now I think that's quite masterful, because as you know, I'm not big on the fruit factor, and although it is a bit fruity when you sniff it, it doesn't come over as particularly fruity, which suits me perfectly.
And it's very refreshing, isn't it? It goes in really nicely. It's without sounding too wanky, it's almost like a little bit of sunshine bursting in your mouth, isn't it? It just feels.
This would make a Welshman sing, and the Welsh do love to sing. I can't understand why if they're drinking this all the time. It's great.
It's not too fizzy either. You know, you could chug a fair bit of that down, and that's without getting too burpy.
And I think that's a magnificent point. I think one of the problems with our local beers is that they're too aerated, and they fill you up with air rather than letting you actually quaff the things down. I'm very impressed.
It's got a nice length to it as well, you know, so if you put it down and just let your tongue play with those flavours, it's really nice.
It's slightly mouth-watering too.
It is. It's just
you sort of you have it in your mouth and you put it down. It's very hard to put it down. And so you get this little dribbly bit in your mouth, and that means it's exciting.
So how much can someone expect to pay for a bottle of this, mate?
That came in a package with a lot of others, and I think $5 a bottle. I'm sure it's cheaper in Wales, but you seem to be able to get that here in Geraldton on the edge of the universe for $5.
Yeah, well, it's
and it's a big bottle too.
There's 500ml. It's 4.7% alcohol, so it's a higher end alcohol, but it's certainly not a ridiculous level or anything.
You've had a couple of these and walk home.
Yeah, and you certainly will, mate, because it tastes so good. There's even a bit of honey there. I just had a little bit of a ping. There's a little bit of a honey aftertaste.
Yes.
Good stuff. So what are you going to rate it?
Yeah, you're very good with that honey. There's a honey beer you can buy in England, and almost the bees are coming out of it. And the moment you said that, it reminds me of this. What am I going to rate it? I think it's 8 out of 10. You know I rate high, but this is very, very good. 8.5 out of 10 is delicious.
Yeah, I'm going to go easy 8.5. It's terrific. So go out and grab some, guys. It is the Bogan'S SA Gold from Wales.
Yes.
Check it out. yeah, have a go. It's
New Buchan, there's a lot more made by this company, so there's a whole lifetime of exploration there.
So, thanks for calling in, guys. Thanks, Brian.
We'll see you soon.
Catch you later.
It just seems that it's not clinging to the glass, so it hasn't got much alcohol in it.
There you go. That's a little surprise I got for you. So, how much?
It doesn't sound like a good surprise.